My name is Ian Hacker. I'm a physiotherapist and I am here to teach people about the strapping, the use of strapping and what different strapping does, as well as the fact that a lot of the strapping used for more than one function and we can use it together and some of it we use separately. Kinesiology tape was designed by a chiropractor to aid in the function and movement of muscles. So if you have a look over here, the tape itself tears easily on the one side, but on the other side it's sticky and you need to cut and form where you want to use the tape. It also has lines on the tape so you can actually measure how long or how wide you want to actually make each stripe that you're going to be using. And I'm going to place it around and down. I'm going to activate the tape by rubbing it. So either you can enhance the function of a muscle or you can inhibit the function of a muscle. If we bend it, it's over there and the kneecap sitting right in the middle. The other thing about kinesio tape is, as I said, it uses for function. So either you can enhance the function of a muscle or you can inhibit the function of a muscle. You can also use kinesio tape for lymphedema or for drainage, to increase the amount of drainage that you have or to reduce swelling and inflammation. So the cohesive bandage is fantastic because what it does is, one, it stretches and you can see how beautifully it stretches. Two, it sticks to itself. So a lot of people just use it right over wherever you want it, and by doing that you can also tear it easily, and what it does is it just sticks to itself any way that it is and it holds it. So we can use it to wrap under bandage or under strapping, especially with people with lots of hair so you don't wax them, because sometimes that's not so nice. And what it does is it can use compression, so you actually tape from distal or from furthest away to the joint that you need to go up to flush fluid through. So you want to actually use it in a way that you can see it sticks to itself when it comes off nice and easily. EAB is the elastic taping. So the elastic taping means, regardless of the size, this is 50 mils, it comes in 25, 50, 75 and 100 millimeters. This over here, as you can see, has a stretchable functionality. So it's used, one, to cover the rigid tape and give it more support. Two, it can mold and be moved around a joint. So by that I mean I can bend it and keep it in a position where your rigid tape is kept solid and pretty straight. Here you can actually move it and you can actually bend it to fold around a joint. The other thing that sometimes we do is there's a solid white line down the middle, and if you need half the tape, it's nice and easy to cut for fingers. So you use one. If you haven't got a half measure, you can actually just cut it down and use half measure to use it over fingers. The EAB can be used basically anywhere. On a rugby field, the guys like to tape their ears to cover this so that they don't get cauliflower ears, but otherwise we use it over the joints, or you can actually use it to support muscle. This is an elastic compression bandage, and it's exactly that. What happens is you can actually stretch it and then wrap it over a joint or over a muscle or the limb itself to enhance lymph drainage. So if we're going to use it, say, over the foot, because your feet swell, you're going to go from the toes up to the knee to actually draw the fluid from the toes up to the lymph area, which will be behind your knee. This doesn't stick, so what will happen is that when you wrap it, either you've got to cut it to the size and then you use some clips. Clips are nice and easy, and you put it in and it'll just adhere to itself again. Right, this is rigid tape. We get it in two different colors. One is less adhesive than the other. Normally the white is less adhesive. Most of the time we use this over any joint to replace the function of a ligament. Ligament goes from bone to bone and it actually stops the movement of the joint. It allows certain movement, but most of the time it gives you your stability. So by using this kind of product, which is rigid tape, it does the same. It does not stretch, and as a result of the not stretching, it allows the functionality of a joint, but it blocks the movement of the joint as would a ligament, giving it stability. So this is non-woven under wrap, and as you can see, it actually has a sticky side on the one side, and with this product it is used for people that are allergic to the glue normally in most tapes. So what we do is we wrap this under or over the skin to cover the skin area so that they're not in contact with the tape, but it will keep it tight and we can use it to keep some rigidity over the area. But this does stretch, and the fact that that stretches or can mold is actually an advantage. So we use this under the taping that we're going to do, and as I said, it's an anti-allergic tape. So it protects the skin of the individual that we're going to actually be strapping, and then we wrap over it.